Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to be doing the first update in my Nightmare on Panning Street Project Pan. This is a project that I am working on in collaboration with the PANtastic ladies, so there are tons of us that are working on this project. The co-creators are Valerie and Ceylon. I will have everybody linked in the description box below so that if you have not yet checked them out, you have the ability to quickly and easily do so once you've finished watching this update. So this is a project that was created kind of to pay homage to the horror movie genre. So there are 40 horror movies that have corresponding prompts that we are randomizing in groups of either 6 or 13. It is a rolling style project pan with updates at the end of every month, and it is due to conclude on Halloween of 2022, which, if this year is any indicator, will be here before you know it. How is it the end of 2021? Whew. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the 6 items that I currently have in this project. And the first one is this right here. This was rolled in for the prompt Children of the Corn. So this is a food related item. So I chose the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Pink Dream Body Cream. I do have the goal to use this up entirely. We do have a couple of marks on here, so this is where we started, and then this is where we are now. I have used this 5 times since rolling it in, and it is delightful. It is delightful. As I mentioned in the intro, and honestly, if you've used anything from Glow Recipes Watermelon line, you know that it smells exactly like a watermelon Jolly Rancher candy, and I actually really love it. You know, I'm not typically a big fan of fruity scents, but this is absolutely lovely. I really like the texture of the lotion. It goes on and feels very hydrating without feeling greasy and slippery. I really like that. Like, I can't say right now because I haven't actually finished it up, but I feel like this would be one that I would want to repurchase, which is, it's expensive. It's a higher end brand. So really enjoying my usage on that, and I am happy to continue to use it. The next item that I'm working on is this right here. This is my Ulta concealer. I do want to also use this up entirely. It does have a little bit of windowing going on in it, but honestly, I don't think that that is an indicator of this being nearly done. I rolled this in for the prompt Night of the Living Dead, and the actual prompt there is something to wake up your face, and I feel like concealer definitely fits that bill for me. I do have under eye darkness, and this just really gives me a much more awake appearance. So I really, really love this. If you have not tried this particular item, this is the Ulta Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. It is waterproof. I am currently using the shade Fair Cool, and I really enjoy it for that. Because it is on the cool undertone spectrum, it has a slight pinkiness to it, which just really does lovely things for my under eye area. So love this very, very much. I have used it 12 times since pulling it into this project, so obviously a ways to go, but because I enjoy this product so much, I'm so happy to have it in this project. The next prompt that I got was Frankenstein, and for that it is a Franken product, and I chose this right here. It is actually a Franken of 2 Laura Geller Baked and Brightened powders. I had Fair as well as Light. Fair was too light for me and Light was too deep for me, so I Frankened them together to create this right here. My goal was to hit pan on it. Dropping it. Which, as you can see, I definitely did, but guys, I hit pan on like literally the second use, so I don't feel like that counts. So I'm actually going to amend my goal, and I would like to use this up entirely. I do still have the powders that were used to make this. They were both pretty full, so I still have quite a bit of those powders left. So even once I use this up entirely, it's not going to be counted as a true empty because I will be making more. But for the course of this project, I do want to use up what is in this compact, and I feel like that's something that should be pretty easy to do. I did only use it 8 times since bringing it into this project because I knew I was going to be amending my goal. So I was also giving some love to some other powders in my collection that I have going in other projects rather. Oh, okay, so the next item is a frustrating one for me. So I rolled the movie I Know What You Did Last Summer, and the prompt for it was a summer purchase, right? Am I getting the two mixed up? Yeah, a summer purchase, okay. And so I chose this right here. This is from Physicians Formula. This is their Butter Cookie Bronzer with a goal of using it 66 times. So that is what it looks like. You guys, I hate this. I hate this bronzer. I really don't like it at all. I've used it 3 times. This blush is what really just... I was really thinking that it would be a lot less pigmented than it is, but it's a stripe. So let me show you. This is my bronzer brush. This is the Sephora brand Pro Bronzer 80. So it is definitely a bit of a denser kind of dome brush. It is dense, but it's also kind of floppy, so it works really well. I do like it. However, let me see if I can actually recreate this on camera. So take just a light... Can you see how much blush ends up on my brush? I barely touched it. And so then when I put it on, I've got this weird streak of a blue-based pink that doesn't blend out nicely, and it doesn't mix with the bronzer very well, and so it just ends up looking bad on me. It just ends up looking bad on me. And I'm so bummed because I had such high hopes for this bronzer. I was so excited to get my hands on it. I purchased one for myself and one for my friend Carolina. When I sent hers to her, it shattered, so she had to repress it, and honestly, I think that was kind of the better way to go because it's not cute. So I'm taking it out of this project. I have a new bronzer brush coming in the mail. I ordered an EcoTools bronzer brush from Ulta. So I'm thinking based on the description and the pictures that it's going to be a little bit more kind of duo fibery floppy. So hopefully maybe it will look a little bit better. But if I cannot make it work, then this is actually going to be a declutter. So I am going to pull this out of the project, and I've put the prompt back into rotation so I could get this prompt again. I just didn't feel right calling this good when it's not. It's not. I didn't come anywhere near hitting my goal, and honestly, I don't know if I want to. So it's leaving the project, and the prompt is going back into rotation, which is definitely a bummer. All right, so I also randomly chose the movie Jaws, and that is a water product or water themed product, and I chose this right here. This is from Smashbox. This is their primer water. This is just a small travel size version. And I finished it. I knew I would. It's small. I go through these pretty quickly, this size at least pretty quickly. I had one other that I finished earlier in the year. I can't remember if that had been in a project or not. But yeah. Really nice product. I really enjoy the Smashbox primer waters. I have some full sizes in my collection, so love this product. Very happy to have another empty for my empties roundup, and I used this 27 times in order to get it finished, and so that will be a new category coming in. The last movie that I rolled was, what was it? Oh, there it is. Friday the 13th. It is a summer themed product. And so for that, I really struggled. I really struggled to find something to fit this category. I ended up choosing from Nomad Cosmetics the America's Parks palette. This for me, I felt like fit the summer theme because here in the United States, at least, over the summer, kids aren't in school and a lot of families go on vacation, and road trips to America's Parks are definitely high on the destination list. So this seemed like a really good item to put in for this prompt. My goal for this is to use it 13 times, but to use it mostly exclusively. I think originally my idea was to use it 100% exclusively. I found that I can't really do that. This palette, while beautiful, can be a little bit challenging as an everyday sort of palette because it's got a lot of colors, and I tend to pull for a lot of neutrals with like pop of color when I do my eye looks. So I am using it today. I don't know if you can see very well. So I pulled in 2 shadows from this palette. I used these 2 right here, this purple matte and then this sparkly purple shade, and then I used graphite from my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan in the outer corner to give it some depth and deepen it up, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So very happy to be working on this because, to be quite honest, it has not gotten nearly enough love since I brought it into my collection, and I have used it 3 times since pulling it into this project, so I do definitely have 10 to go. But I'm not mad about it. I'm definitely not mad about it. So what does that mean? That means we've got some new items coming in. We've got 2 new prompts that we are going to be pulling for. So let's go ahead, and I did, as I mentioned before, put everything into my Tiny Decisions app because it's just so cute to do the spinning wheel. So we are going to choose 2 new, if we will focus. Let's try this again. There we go, 2 new movies. Wow, that's got sound. Ooh, Paranormal Activity. I have not seen that one. And Child's Play. Haven't seen that one either. I mentioned in my intro that as much as I love Halloween, I don't enjoy scary movies. I don't enjoy horror movies. So I have not seen the majority of the movies on this list. However, if you are part of the PANtastic ladies or you want to join them, I totally recommend it. They have movie night where they are going through and watching all of these movies, and I hear it's a really, really fun time. So check that out if you're interested. I am going to go find items that correspond to those prompts, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at what I picked. Alright, so we have the new items that we are working on. One of them was incredibly easy. The other one was really, really challenging to find an item for. So let's talk about it. So the first prompt that I rolled was Paranormal Activity, and the prompt for that is an item that never disappears. My very, very first thought was blush, because that's the item that never disappears. So I decided to pull in this right here, because this is an incredibly expensive blush and it needs to get used. So this is my Dior blush. This is the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow in 001 Pink. So I did pick this up over the summer when it was making all of the rounds on TikTok. It looks incredibly hot pink in the pan, but interestingly, it is what I'm wearing today. It does not look like that when I apply it. It's one of those blushes that is supposed to look different on everybody and react to your pH and all that kind of stuff. So it is pinky, but it's not like this hot, hot pink, at least not in the way that I apply it. So I am going to set a number goal because we all know I've not really ever hit pan on anything but one other blush, so that is not the goal we're going for. I think I'm going to go with the number goal that I chose earlier in the intro, and I'm going to go with 66 uses. I spoke about that in the intro. I figured 6 is, you know, one of those spooky numbers for the project, and 6 is too few, and 666 outlives the project, so 66 is where we landed, so I am going to use that Dior blush 66 times. The other prompt that I rolled was Child's Play, and the prompt for that is a childlike packaging or theme. That is the one I struggled with. That's the one I struggled with. My first thought had been this baby right here. I just recently picked this up during the Sephora sale. This is, of course, from Too Faced because they are just the leader in flippin' adorable packaging. This is the bronzer, the hot cocoa bronzer, and oh my god, it's just so cute. And I figured since I was pulling the other bronzer out, but in the end, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It is too cute, and I can't spoil it. Not yet. So I went with my next option, which is of course also from Too Faced. Do I need more eyeshadow in my life? Of course I do not. But this definitely fits the bill. This is definitely childlike theme or packaging. So cute. This is their, what was this actually called? Life's a Festival, Peace, Love, and Unicorns eyeshadow palette. Yeah, look at that baby. It's so cute. So the majority of these are shimmer shades. There are, I think, 2 mattes in here, maybe 3. So this is going to be just a palette that I'm going to add into the millions of other eyeshadows that I'm currently working on. So I'm going to set a goal of just using this 13 times. So unlike the America's Parks palette, I'm not going to try to use this exclusively. This is just going to be use it 13 times. And then it will be a goal complete. So I'm comfortable with that. I'm comfortable with that. So that is my update. Let me know, are you working on this project? And if so, how are you feeling about it? As always, everything that I am panning as well as everything that I am wearing on my face will be linked in the description box below. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you'll consider doing so. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.